that's where the people are. That you have to go to where your customers are. You have to go to where the people are, and more people are in social. And I was thinking about this, reading this tweet. Oh, is David McClure in here? He might be somewhere. But talk to your customers, especially those who hate you, because they're taking time to hate you. And guess where they are all hating you on? They're hating you on these social networks. That's where you have to go find your customers. It's simple, A to B. You want to find customers, you go where they are. In the social web. Number 2, don't let someone else tell your story. My favorite example of this is John Kerry. Swiftboat Veterans for Truth basically sunk his ship. And when you allow someone to tell your story without telling it back, without defining the conversation, you're screwed. And that's one of the key things of social. You get to tell your story. Kanye West is another great example. He has started using social to really engage his audience and to tell his side of the story after a year of just basically getting beaten down. Justifiably, of course. Number 3, you build it and they will come is complete and utter bull. You finish that sentence. It's complete and utter bull. And so, no, they're not going to come if you just build it. That happens almost never. That's why they're always, so this goes to my next piece of advice. Great ideas solve 2 problems. First, they solve a problem that affects people. This is the thing that we think about most. This is why Facebook and Twitter solve a problem of information, or the light bulb solves a problem of illumination, that type of thing. But the second problem that great ideas solve is distribution. An example would be Redbox and Netflix. Plenty of people doing movies, plenty of people doing DVDs, but they solve the problem of distribution first, and that's why they're on top. And so you have to remember that. And social media is a distribution channel, one of the ultimate ones. You need to distribute your message. And so you start by building remarkable things, and then you spread the word using social, and you engage your audience using that. And so here's my final question, and I have a few seconds, so I might not be able to write what you say. Well, I want you to tell me what you think is the common thread between these 4 brands. Starbucks, Bill Gates, American Red Cross, and Katy Perry. I just wanted an excuse to put her up there, by the way. I thought Natalie Portman, but she doesn't really use social media much. She's much better at it. But I just want you to think about what some of these great brands are doing. And as another note, great brands come in many different forms, shapes, and sizes. They have all done remarkable things. Think about why that happened. And so, my final piece of advice to all of you, social media. Here's what we usually think of it. We think about it as all these tools, the YouTubes, the Foursquares, Facebook, Twitter, Wikipedia. I don't know. Yeah, we could keep going with this all day, couldn't we? But if you think of social media as tools, you are a tool. And so this is really social media. Social media is people. Social media is engagement. Social media is conversation. And as I said before, if you think of social media as a tool, then you are a tool. And so just remember, when you're building a remarkable brand, you have to build something remarkable first, and then you have to engage people, because it's all about helping people. That's why we do the things we do. That's why we build startups. That's why we get into relationships. That's why we have friends. That's why we do everything. And so remember that at the core. Social media is about people and conversations, not about tools. And so see you later, and thanks for all the penguins.